If you Google what makes a smartwatch or what makes a good smartwatch, you are going to see some unique features like step count, sleep detection, sleep monitoring, fitness tracking, and a whole bunch of stuff like that. But if you Google the best smartwatch in the world, you're going to see the Apple Watch Ultra 2, you are going to see the Samsung Galaxy Watch 5, 6, you are going to see the Google Pixel, you are going to see all the Xiaomi, the Fitbit, and stuff like that. But I'm thinking about something. What actually makes a good smartwatch? So, all of the features in recent years, if you can go online and you can get a smartwatch, they are giving you almost the same thing, like the fitness tracking, the sleep monitoring, the step count, and all of those unique things like that. There are a whole bunch of things out there. So I'm using the CMF by Nothing Watch Pro here on my left, and I'm using the Google Pixel Watch 2 here on my right. Both of these watches are smart watches and they have unique features on them. You've got this sleep monitoring here, you have your step count, you have your heart rate, you have your blood measuring, you have all of those things. The same things, you can find them on the Google Pixel Watch 2. The aesthetics, all of those things, you can always find them. This is a low budget smartwatch and this is high-end smartwatch, so this start at 69 pounds and this start at 399 pounds. So let's just do a quick math here. So this 399 divided by 69, you are going to see like 5 point something. So that means 5 of these could get you just one of these, right? So both are smartwatches and this obviously is cheaper than this more expensive than this, but the basic features like the fitness tracking and the step count and all of those things. So I can answer call on this thing, I can as well answer call on this thing. But here is one thing that I don't like or turn me off. So I can receive notification here, but I can't reply on this thing. I can receive my notification here and as well reply on this thing. So those 399, is it worth it? It's 399, this is 69. So by just the notification that I cannot reply on this thing, is that worth buying 399 smartwatch? Because I've used both of them and those are just, I've get a lot of things here, a lot of features here that I'm quite satisfied with. And here is just the the answering the message and the notification reply. So I can receive a notification here, I can reply back to it, but I can't reply. I can only read this thing and I can reply. So is that worth it, upgrading from this to this just because of the notification? No, just because I can't reply. So that's just another thing. So in terms of pricing, does it really matter? Does pricing really matter? So there are some little tiny features that they introduce on these things and makes you want to upgrade. And apart from that, I think trusted companies as well, there are a whole lot of bunch of features, there are a whole lot of bunch of data protection that would make you want to buy from a particular company. So now I'm thinking about something. So what actually makes a good smartwatch? So you can get all of these things, and right now you can get 10 pounds can buy you a smartwatch like the Apple clone thing that came online, and a lot of people were buying and reviewing, and it looked even better than the Apple Watch Ultra. So there are a whole lot of stuff like that. So one thing I'm so concerned about is the data collection and the accuracy. Some of these smartwatches out there, you can get them, they can count your step, but you don't really know where they are taking your data to or what they are actually using it for. And that's why sometimes it's best you get these things from trusted companies. But another thing is the accuracy is another thing, and then the pricing is another thing. So if you are using your smartwatches, and what exactly are you using them for? Truth, the truthness of the best smartwatches lies in the accuracy. You can you can get some of these things out there, but they are not actually giving you the real accuracy. So I complain about this because anytime I'm on the bus commuting, while the bus is vibrating, sometimes I get a notification that I've completed my steps in a day. So on normal days, I walk like 10,000 steps in a day, sometimes 7,000 steps. And then while on the bus, this notify me that I've completed my step. So that's inaccurate. So I complain about that. So another thing is like the pricing. Does pricing actually make a good smartwatch? That's another thing. So you can get most of the features here. You can also get almost the same features here. And in recent years, we are syncing different devices with different smartwatches and stuff like that. For instance, I'm using the CMF by Nothing Watch Pro, and I'm syncing that with my iPhone. So sometimes I complain about struggling to sync it, but anybody who is using that on their Nothing phone will not necessarily complain and get the accuracy of a good smartwatch in recent years. If you are using a Xiaomi, that means you are going to use a smartwatch that is made by Xiaomi, so you are going to sync that with. So if you are using a CMF by Nothing Watch Pro, you are going to use a Nothing phone. And if you are using a Google Pixel watch, you are going to use a Google Pixel phone. Does that make sense now? So recently, you are going to sync your Apple Watch with your iPhone. So maybe that makes sense. But at the same time, there are a whole lot of people who still complain about the accuracy of this thing. So I can put my smartwatch here, the CMF by Nothing Watch Pro, the Google Pixel, the Samsung Galaxy Watch, and all of that on my wrist. But if I want to take a walk and I make like 5,000 steps or whatever steps I make and I come back, all of the smartwatches are going to give me a different step count. Does that mean they're not accurate? That's another thing. So it comes in the detection of how whatever mechanism is built inside these smartwatches and how they calculate it. So it's very difficult to point out the real accurate or the best smartwatches or what actually makes a best smartwatch right now in recent times, because most of them are almost giving you different numbers, maybe a little bit higher, maybe a little bit lower, but they will be giving you something within the same range, but the accuracy still stands. So in recent years, it's very difficult for you to say like, oh, you like the Apple watches, but you are using an Android phone, or you love the CMF by Nothing Watch Pro and you are using a Pixel watch. Does that make sense? I don't know. But in any case, this watch now, the CMF by Nothing Watch Pro, as the promise, if it can sync with any other device. So if you are that type and you are finding it very difficult to sync your smartwatches with your phone, all you need to do is just get something that is kind of universal. So you can get a smartwatch out there, but if it is not really giving you the accurate numbers of, for instance, the sleep count, the step count and stuff like that, it's not really a good smartwatch. You can get something like that, put it on your wrist, use it wherever you want, but if it's not actually giving you that figure, it's not a good smartwatch. And I mean, there are a whole bunch of smartwatches out there, but there are just some few smartwatches that can actually give you the accurate numbers that you really want. I'm not talking about the Apple Watch Ultras or the Pixel or the Samsung, because you can put a Samsung watch here, you can put a Pixel watch here, a Samsung Galaxy, a Xiaomi, but you can walk as far as you want, make the step count, and then come back, and they are giving you different things based on how they monitor it and how the count is. So I don't know, but it still comes back to the accuracy of every smartwatch. So I don't know, are you using a smartwatch or you are staying on an analog thing, or what kind of smartwatch are you using? Are they giving you the accuracy that you really need, or like a health monitoring, sleep detection, the sleep monitoring, and the step count and stuff like that? take your take down there. Don't forget to like this video if you enjoyed this video. For more content, thanks for watching and see you in the next one. Bye.